You know, something hit me hard this morning. It was one of those conversations with my wife where I resisted really hard until all of a sudden everything clicked and also stung a little. So my son, he wants to attend this water polo camp. It's over summer and there's a big cost to it. Nothing crazy, definitely something we can afford, but it's not cheap either. And I noticed something inside of myself, this big resistance. Like my gut reaction was to say like, ugh, like, do we have to? It's a lot of money. I don't really feel like spending it right. It was almost as if his request was a burden of some kind. But of course, if I wanted to do something, if I wanted to take a trip or go to some event or concert or anything like that, buy something for myself, I wouldn't hesitate, find a way. I would hustle harder. I would save up or even move money around. No hesitation. And that realization, it gutted me. Because here's this kid, my son, my legacy, asking to experience life. And part of me wants to say no, not because we can't, but because something inside of me is just clenched up. So I started to look at that a little deeper. Why is that? Why do I feel hesitation when it comes to my kids? Why do I feel this weird resistance to spending money on a pair of $60 pants for my son or whatever the case is, because that's come up too. But I'll spend $100 at a restaurant without thinking twice. I'll drop $100 or more on my wife's nails and never bat an eye. Where's that disconnect? And then it hit me. I remember being a kid and rarely asking anything. Not because I didn't want anything, because believe me, I wanted many things like any other kid. But it was because I knew better. I knew better than to ask, because I wasn't going to get it, and I might even get scolded for asking. I wore hand-me-downs for my older brother, and if I ever went on a field trip, it wasn't because my parents signed a check and said, have a good time. It was because I sold enough candy bars during the fundraiser. I wasn't spoiled. I wasn't handed things. Somewhere along the way, that just became a part of my wiring. This belief that asking is selfish, that being given something without working for it means you didn't earn it. So now when my kids ask, that old version of me, the boy who never got to ask, gets triggered. The part of me that says, I didn't get that, so why the hell should you? And that is hard to admit. Not easy. It feels ugly. But here's the truth. That voice, that feeling, it's not me now. It's the little boy in me. The one who never was taught that his needs matter, right? One who learned how to survive on less, not to be a burden, to silence his own desires. What I've come to realize is that this resistance that I've been feeling, it's not a lack of love. It's not about being selfish. I know that I love them. I know that I'm not selfish. What it's really about is this instinct that got messed up and tangled up and distorted. Because underneath it all, I'm of course driven by everything that any good father is driven by, right? The instinct to nurture, to protect, to provide, shape a future that's brighter than my past. But sometimes when that instinct is left unhealed, it doesn't come out as protection. It comes out as protectionism, which is based in control, fear. I wasn't nurtured in the way that I needed, so my instinct got distorted. Scarcity twisted it. Shame twisted it. But now I'm choosing to reclaim it. I'm letting my nurture instinct come alive in its purest form through presence, generosity, choice. Because now I'm a father. I'm trying to break cycles, but I still feel that pull of the unhealed past. But I'm done, man. I'm done letting the boy inside of me make decisions for me as a man. Yes, he deserves to be heard and he deserves to be healed, but he doesn't get to lead anymore because my kids are not a burden. They're a gift. Little reflections of who I used to be. Innocent, passionate, emotional, wide-eyed and excited about life. And if I say that I am a man in service of life, then that has to include serving the lives of my children, supporting their joy, supporting their exploration and their growth. Even if it triggers something old in me, especially if it triggers something old in me, that is the real work of fatherhood. It's not about showing up and just paying bills. It's looking in the mirror and asking, am I leading from my healed self? Or am I leading from my wounded one? And I don't say this to beat myself up. No, I say this to own it. Because awareness is power. And now that I see it, I get to change it. No more stinginess when it comes to my kids. No more subtle resentment. No more projecting my own lack onto their abundance. I honor the boy I used to be by making sure that my kids don't have to heal from the man that I've become. They get the best of me. And if I feel that resistance start to bubble up again, I'll meet it with love. And I'll say, I see you, little man. I love you, but this isn't about you anymore. This is about them. Okay, because this is what breaking the cycle looks like. It's quiet, it's messy, it's inconvenient, but it's so sacred. So here's the part that I want every father to hear. This isn't just about spending money. Okay? It's about investing yourself, all of you, your presence, your effort, your attention. You can buy them the camp, you can buy them the pants and the toys, and the video games, but what they really want is you, your eye contact, your touch, your laughter, your lessons, your willingness to be present even when it's inconvenient. Listen, we've only got about 18 summers. 18. That's 18 years until they're out in the world doing their own thing. And that's if we're lucky. So don't miss it because you were too busy, too tired, too focused on your own grind. You wanted your dad to be there for you, right? So be that dad now. You don't have to be a perfect one, and you don't have to be a rich one. Just be present. A self-aware, healing father. The kind of man who chooses to meet his kids with openness, not resistance. Generosity, not guilt. With presence, not just provision. So to every dad out there, if you've ever felt that tension, that hesitation, that subtle resentment when your kids ask for something, and that ick, whatever comes up inside of you, I want you to know that you're not broken and you're not alone. You're just meeting the boy inside of you. You have a choice. You can either repeat the pattern or rewrite the story. Now I'm choosing to rewrite mine, and it starts today.